Location, the lab. Quentin only has 24 hours to sell his car. Is that even possible? He goes to Carvana.com.
What is this, a movie trailer?
He ignores the doubters, enters his license plate. Wow, that's a great offer. The car is sold, but will Carvana pick it up in time for...
They'll literally pick it up tomorrow morning. Done with the dramatics?
Car selling in record time.
Save your time. Go to Carvana.com and sell your car today. Pickup fees may apply.
How many discounts does USAA Auto Insurance offer? Too many to say here. Multi-vehicle discount, safe driver discount, new vehicle discount, storage discount, legacy...
How many discounts will you stack up? Visit USAA.com/auto discounts. Restrictions apply.
So, you just started using LinkedIn Premium. Now what? Well, on your premium company page, you noticed around 7.5 times more page engagement and 5 times more page views. Well done. And now, new clients are messaging you. All because you're using LinkedIn Premium, which helps you get the business growth you want. Think big, small business. Think big. Start your free trial at linkedin.com/premium small business. That's linkedin.com/premium small business.
Out here, there's no one way of doing things. No unwritten rules. And no shortage of adventure. Because out here, the only requirement is having fun. Bank of America invites kids 6 to 18 to golf with us. For a limited time, sign them up for a free 1-year membership, giving them access to discounted tee times at thousands of courses. Learn more at bankofamerica.com/golf with us. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America. Restrictions apply. See BofA.com/golf with us for complete details. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
Llegaron los nuevos McCrispy Strips, listos para aventurarse en la mezcla de mayo ketchup, la barbecue que quedó en el fondo de la cajita, Hot Fudge Sundae y en la nueva Creamy Chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Los nuevos McCrispy Strips, ahora en McDonald's. Para pa pa pa.
This podcast contains mature content, explicit language, suggestive situations, and partial to full frontal nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Don't let your kids listen to this.
This is going to be a two-parter.
This is going to be a three-parter.
There's no way it's not.
This is going to be a lot of notes, man.
Put the pod on alert.
I need Amin to come back so I can do this.
Put this town on alert. Put this town on alert.
Put this pod on alert.
I got a lot of thoughts about it.
I don't want to do the show before the show, but...
Hey, we'll have Mike for the cold open, right? We don't need this.
That's true.
Well, it'll be a cold middle.
I got a lot of thoughts I want to get to, though.
A lot of thoughts indeed.
It's a cosmic mix of the action of the 90s combined with the exploitation films of the 70s. But with modern touches, it's hyper-violence, but it knows that it is. It's a little bit Tarantino. It's definitely a little bit Michael Mann. It's kind of a cosmic gumbo. It almost moves to the beat of jazz.
People are genetically inferior, or they're culturally crippled, or they're socially deprived.
How come God couldn't make everyone one color, like tan?
I wish I'd fucked a black broad before I got married.
I could really feel 400 years of oppression and anger in every pelvic thrust.
I can smell horny across an ocean.
Not all women.
Good for you, man. Good for you. Good for you.
Just the hot ones.
Hello, Oprah.
You're not allowed to go down on me for 1 month.
No, Judith,
Don't
please.
make me take away your masturbation privileges.
Yeah, I'm horny too, baby.
Hey, Charmin, come on down here. Will you want to exercise my dominance?
Scaring.
I'm getting a patriarchal urge.
Set your sights on the stars and the sun. Look out for number one. You gotta push a little harder, yeah.
Don't mind me. Just keep doing what you're doing. We're a team. We work together.
I don't know if you were paying attention.
I wasn't.
Please, goddammit! Just one more drink! I'll cut off your tits with a knife, you bitch!
5 whiskeys. That's breakfast on the river.
Yo, you have to clip it, Maze.
Clip what? A fucking tiger? What are you talking about?
It's not that hard. Just chop, boom, out.
Wow, Maze has a really hard job.
This is going to be the worst episode we've ever done.
My people don't give a ding-dong diddly about what flag fly over Hawaii.
You bore me, Fury.
Where is the microfilm?
It's not
put a bag of meat and flesh and tendon.
Why didn't they just name him Spaghetti Lasagna?
Fuck, this movie is 2 hours long?
Not the whole thing.
This is like the John Gruden emails of movies.
Do you like ducks?
Or a trench coat full of bees flying around? Like, that would scare me. Imagine bees are cool.
That's a duck, man!
No, I get it.
Coolio.
You're the devil's baby mama. I didn't lie, Annie. I just didn't tell you certain things.
Don't play no reindeer games with me.
An American ninja? What are you talking about? There's no such thing.
You've gotten rich off of the people in this town. You bet your ass I have. And I'm going to get richer. Coughlin's Law.
Go into incredibly descriptive details of the story so we all know. Oh, man. I wish I had better notes.
Have you ever heard such a pile of shite?
Once I get a DVD player, I'm going to watch Gallow Walkers once a day.
Come here and give me a squudge.
You know what to do from here, Internet.
All right, cool. Let me Google how to open QuickTime.
Justice is blind.
He's got space dementia.
But it can be heard.
Time to find out exactly what this ooze can do.
Pull the fucking rabbit out of your dick and phobe.
I'm Temecula's newest hard-on, dog.
Hey, look at here. Why don't we eat us a few thousand beers and you can tell me what's buzzing in the big bad city?
Coming on, yeah! You gotta look out for number one. Set your sights on the stars and the sun. Look out for number one. You gotta push a little harder, yeah.
Enough! It's not funny anymore.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.
Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast. We break down the movies you're afraid to admit you love. I'm Zach Harper. That's Amin Al-Hassan. That's Anthony Mays. Make sure you're listening to us on Spotify, or we will put the internet on alert that you don't know how to listen to podcasts.
Spotify is where you can vote in the poll, like the poll for The Karate Kid Part 3. This has got to be the closest the poll's ever been in a stunning turn of events. 66 votes for Phobe, 65 votes for File. Barely a phobe, The Karate Kid Part 3.
What are you watching? Terry Silver!
Mike Barnes.
The bad boy of karate!
Spotify is also where you can leave a comment like J-Rog, who said, show lost all credibility when the comment was made that Jaden Smith is a better actor than Ralph Macchio.
Oh, how about this? Eat my ass.
Yeah, with mustard.
And relish.
No ketchup, though.
And then Ice Cold, with the K and 2 Ds, said, Phobe the movie, filed the episode. You bingos are responsible for one of the most unprofessional moments of my career. I lost my shit when writing a contract for a client named Penelope. I couldn't stop smiling and losing fight to hold in my laughs, thinking of the Club Dread episode.
I'm at a point now where I see Penelope Cruz and I go, Penelope. I can't help it.
To be fair, that's not our fault. That's Club Dread's fault. They're the ones that came up with it.
It's Coconut Pete's fault.
That wasn't an original for us.
Yeah, we didn't make that up.
And Jake Chandler said, did not know there was a part 3. I thought this was the Hillary Swank one. May have been better. And all hail the martial arts capital, the Valley of Southern California.
Leave us a review, leave a comment. Make sure you're checking out the CT5 episodes on the main feed. Leave your CT5 suggestions and lists on social media or in the Discord by subscribing to the Patreon, patreon.com/countthedings. You get access to ad-free episodes, extended cold opens, Rewatchington live events past, present, and future. You often get episodes early, access, and discounts on live show tickets, our Discord, as I mentioned, and all of our extra content across the entire Count the Dings network. If you have a submission, submit it. Reminder needs to be 40% or lower on the Rotten Tomatoes audience or critic score. Recently, Amin had us get totally naked so we could be vengefully arrested with law-abiding citizen. Then we started the new improved daisy chain.
Chain, chain, chain. Chain, chain, chain.
I used prison to keep us staying cheeked up.
Did you?
With the French Foreign Legion in Lionheart. I sure did. Mays used Scotsman to link us to ope our way through 24 hours surviving in the pest. Amin used $50,000 to link us to letting prisoners know that was ridiculous and way out of line with dirty work. I had to snort revenge to get coked up enough to rappel down Devil's Cauldron to find the bonsai plutonium tree that is Karate Kid 3. Maze used Vietnam vets to jungle cat toward a man roaring into the heavens with X-Men Origins Wolverine. Amin used Bourbon Street to hitchhike from seedy motel to seedy motel looking to smash a major in an X-major way with Jack Reacher Never Go Back. I used fingerprints to have us box out Coca-Cola vending machines in the Roman Coliseum with Double Team. And now Maze is using 1997 to bring us the 1997 disaster, mountain adventure, survival, tragedy, action adventure thriller.
No.
Dante's Peak.
No.
Yo, IMDb has gotten out of control with this shit.
It has gotten out of control.
It's doing what I do when I post something on Instagram and I'm trying to get the bots to find it.
Oh, I hate your hashtags.
Videos, funny videos, Instagram, IG Reels, Instagram Reels, just Reels. FYP, Explore page, IG Explore page.
I hate it.
I fully admit I'm just being a fraud. I'm playing meta tag roulette here.
There's only one genre you need. Disaster.
Put this town on alert.
Is this our first disaster movie?
Pure disaster? Yes.
Or is Hurricane Heist?
Armageddon.
They're all slashes. They're all additional genres.
Hurricane Heist was a heist, right?
Disaster, heist, action, hurricane heist, Armageddon, science fiction disaster, Hard Rain, disaster, heist, action. Also, I will be changing my daisy chain.
Oh.
So I'm putting you all on alert.
That's good to know. Dante's Peak stars Pierce Brosnan, Linda Hamilton, and Jamie Renee Smith. Pierce is a repeat offender for Lawnmower Man.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
He had Mars Attacks in 1996. This movie, Robinson Crusoe, and Tomorrow Never Dies in 1997. And then The Thomas Crown Affair and The World Is Not Enough in 1999.
Bond.
In retrospect, I think I had a little bit too much respect for Pierce Brosnan's career.
Of course.
I remember thinking, this guy's fucking James Bond, and he's British.
Bad James Bond.
So all he does is good fucking movies. And now in retrospect, I think back, it's like, you had a lot of shitty movies, my dude.
Yeah.
You were not as discerning as I allowed you to be.
Have you watched his version of Thomas Crown Affair?
It's fucking hilarious. I wish it qualified.
It's awful. It's shocking it doesn't qualify.
It's one of the horniest movies ever made.
It's
a horny movie and it's terrible.
It's so horny.
It's hornier than Disclosure.
Look, the climate right now is not great for me to admit this.
Oh boy.
But my memory of Thomas Crown Affair was, this is a fucking great movie. I have not rewatched it in 20 years or whatever.
Golden Dumpster fucking their way up the stairs.
It would be worth doing a Washington.
They fucked their way upstairs.
Yeah, they fucked their way upstairs. Anybody can fuck their way downstairs.
That's boring.
Fuck your way upstairs?
Is that more or less impressive than Action Jackson driving a car upstairs?
More impressive.
Way more impressive.
Less surprising.
Now maybe taking the corners in the hallway.
That's
different. Yeah, that's a different science.
That's the Noah Lyles, put your head down a little bit and metal. Yeah.
Linda was in the Terminator 2 Judgment Day, and one episode of According to Jim.
Also King Kong Lives. Pick it, Zach.
Jamie Renee Smith, repeat offender for MVP Most Valuable Primate.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That was her.
Go listen to that episode and listen to the way that Amin talked about her.
That's the mom.
No, it's the daughter.
Oh, it's the daughter?
Yes.
Oh.
It's the deaf daughter.
Oh.
Well, was she deaf?
Charles Hallahan, repeat offender from The Pest and The Fan. Grant Heslov, repeat offender from Congo.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Has he?
Arabella Field from Freaks Talk About Sex.
I bet they do.
Godzilla National Treasure.
Brian Reddy, repeat offender from Envy.
I bet he is.
Lee Garlington, repeat offender from Carbon Copy and Cobra.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Peter Jason, repeat offender from Escape from LA and Congo. Christopher Murray, repeat offender for Smokin' Aces and Virtuosity. And Mike Butters, repeat offender from D2 Mighty Ducks.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Jeremy Foley as Graham Wando, the voice of Casper and Soccer Dog, the movie. Elizabeth Hoffman as Grandma Ruth. 127 episodes of Sisters.
That's part of the Airbud network.
I think it's Timu Airbud.
Oh, no, it's not part of the Airbud family of...
Soccer Dog. It's its own brand. Airbud Entertainment loves to call everything fucking Airbud. They're not going to miss an opportunity.
They didn't call it MVP Airbud.
But its logo was all over the intro.
That's true, yeah.
And then Kirk Trutner from The Medallion, and Sima from RoboCop 2, Rush Hour, Arrival, Skyscraper, Veep, Mulan, and The Farewell.
Dante's Peak was directed by Roger Donaldson. He directed Smash Palace, No Way Out, Cadillac Man, Species, The Getaway, and repeat offender for Cocktail.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Mike Ryan's favorite director.
Yeah.
He's back for another one.
Written by Leslie Bohem. Leslie has written Nowhere to Run and Daylight. Synopsis for Dante's Peak. A volcanologist arrives at a countryside town recently named the second most desirable place to live in America and discovers that a nearby long dormant volcano may awaken at any moment.
Put this town on alert.
Tagline, exploding soon.
All right. I mean, put the town on alert. Would have gotten the job done, but...
Yeah. We had 2 alternate ones.
Mm-hmm.
The pressure is building.
Ooh.
Okay.
We'll get ready to push that again because whatever you do, don't look back. If you put those in a certain sequence, the pressure is building, whatever you do, don't look back, exploding soon, that's sex.
And put the town on alert.
No Thomas Crown affair, but...
Basically, you seen this movie before?
Never.
Zach?
Yes, of course I've seen this movie. I've watched this movie and Volcano in the same day.
I remember both these movies came out at the same time, and I chose to watch Volcano over Dante's Peak. That was a choice I made.
Wow.
Saw Volcano, and you know why I saw Volcano?
With your brother?
Not with my brother. I was in college. The reason why we saw Volcano, I swear to God, because the tagline was better.
Really?
The tagline for Volcano was, this summer, the coast is toast.
That is good.
This is in the middle of the East Coast, West Coast rivalry. Oh, yeah, fuck you, California. There was a lot of that energy going. That was the divider right there.
So you thought the movie Volcano took a side.
Volcano was signed with Bad Boy.
Well,
take that.
How much baby oil can you put in a volcano? $116 million estimated budget. That's for the movie, not the baby oil.
Dude, that's a crazy, crazy budget for 1997.
Of course.
Did you see the FX?
I sure did.
They put a lot in it. Well, they put a lot in some of it.
8 minutes of credits to thank all the people that they paid to make that volcano blow up.
It grossed $67.1 million US, but $178.1 million worldwide. It's a hit.
Disaster movies, man. People can't get enough.
Before we jump into this movie, listen to the rest of this podcast. Dante's Peak is available on Prime.
Well,
you hope.
It's leaving Prime in less than 2 weeks, so sorry guys, we did it again.
Dante's Peak receives 28% on 32 reviews from the critics on Rotten Tomatoes, 38% from the audience on over 100,000 ratings. Amin, would you like the positive or the negative reviews?
You know, I'm a volcano half erupting for an hour and a half of a movie kind of guy. Give me the positives.
Hey, John, that's weird. That glass looks half full to me.
Wow. Now that you mention it, it is half full.
Danielle Solzman of Solzy at the Movies.
Solzy?
No one calls her Solzy.
We do.
Dante's Peak might take some liberties with the science, but the film remains an edge-of-your-seat thriller 25 years after its release.
Liberties with the science?
Solzy the scientist.
Solzy, edging is definitely a horseman.
Oh, there's only one horseman for this movie.
Yeah.
I know, but guys, I like nominees. I get it. We have landslide candidates, right? We have Reagan in 84 sometimes, but I'd like to say who Walter Mondale is, the other guy.
David Nusser of Real Film Reviews. A perfectly serviceable disaster flick.
What an endorsement by David Nusser, by the way. Serviceable.
Scott Weinberg of eFilmCritic.com. Another mindless adventure flick you can add to my guilty pleasures pile. I'd like to see Scott Weinberg's guilty pleasures pile.
I bet you would.
Nope.
Cut that out. Clip that. Supercharged.
Put the intro. I don't know.
Cut that out. Clip that.
User Ryan S. 5 out of 5. When she Dante's all over my peak. User Jonathan O. 4.5 out of 5.
Doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't have to.
Dante's Peak opened same year of Volcano, but with little lava, but you're here for the destruction and VFX and not for the characters, the star, and the plot is the volcano.
Who's barely in it.
User Shane C. 5 out of 5. This is a underrated movie. I first saw it in geography class and I loved. The special effects are my favorite part. Love it when the town gets obliterated. The deaths of the grandmother and the researcher also hit me so hard. All in all, a must see.
Hit me so hard. Okay. Future callback on the watched in geology class.
Oh.
I want to know what school district Shane C went to so I can make sure my kids never live there.
Not a good one.
They watched this during class?
Don't worry, Amin. Your kids will watch Volcano.
Blank user, 5 out of 5. I get angry seeing such a low score for Dante's Peak. It's absolutely a piece of art. One of my all-time favorite movies, especially if you're a keen of geology enthusiast and love natural disaster movies. I highly recommend watching the making of this movie after. The lengths they went to for the authenticity and realness of a volcano eruption is amazing.
Okay. There's some of the practical effects that I would like to know how they did.
Last positive review, user MoodRider05, 5 out of 5 stars.
I feel like this guy wears a cape, swishes his cape, and then he starts typing his reviews.
Personally, I love this movie. Yes, it's old and the style is really out of date.
Really?
However, if you geek out on volcanoes or natural disasters, then this is a great movie to watch. I'm always looking up stuff about volcanoes, specifically super volcanoes like the one in this film. So when I first watched it, I became obsessed. I would rate this movie 5 out of 5 because I also like the romance and how the two characters work through their relationship issues / PTSD. It is even more fun to do a rewatch months later because you can catch things you didn't previously that bring a whole new meaning to the plot arc and make it that much more special. But if that doesn't convince you, it has a, all caps, young Pierce Brosnan.
YPB.
Zach, I did not know you wore a cape while you typed that out.
Of course. You got to watch it. You got to watch it months later. Negative reviews.
Stop being a pessimist. This tank is not half full. It's half empty.
Barbara Schulgasser of Common Sense Media.
If you got a low self-esteem friend, she'll gas her up.
Don't look annoyed when you say that. This is your bit.
Well, sometimes I feel like it's authentic because I don't remember saying it the first time, but you guys do. But this time I remembered it and I didn't feel like doing it. I don't know.
Volcano erupts violently and destroys town. Intense peril. Gene Siskel of Chicago Tribune.
Legend.
Can I recommend half of a movie?
Which half?
Same note too, Gene.
Alex Sandell of Juicy Cerebellum. Rotten disaster movie from that rotten time when disaster movies had a comeback.
Disaster movies do need to make a comeback, no?
I love a disaster movie. Roger Ebert of Chicago Sun-Times.
The other legend.
Dante's Peak is constructed about as skillfully as a disaster movie can be, and there were times when I found it working for me, sort of. Hasn't this genre pretty much been played out to the point of exhaustion?
Apparently not.
Volcano would like a word.
Steve Rhodes of Internet Reviews.
Rhodes, where are we going? We don't need roads.
Why are disaster movies so frequently disasters? Probably because they are disasters first and movies second. Mike Clark of USA Today, a $100 million piece of piffle.
Piffle?
Supercharged. I don't know what that means.
Is USA Today, right? So that was a of the moment. Zach, you might have said the biggest slur ever. You have no idea.
It means nonsense.
Daniel B, 2.5 out of 5 stars.
Danny Benitez.
Yet another solid disaster movie, which is ruined by the stupid belief that it needs to have moronic children characters who put themselves in danger and get the good characters killed.
What? Wait, hold on.
The good characters?
Hold on.
One of the good characters?
Up your brakes.
We'll get Amin's first note, May's first note, my first note, and Mike Ryan's first note as he joins us and puts the town on alert for Dante's Peak after these messages. Unless you are a Patreon member, patreon.com/countthedings. We'll roll right into it because it's ad-free.
Put this town on alert.
My cat Freddie loves to be brushed and cuddled. But stirring up his cat allergens meant sneezing and itchy eyes. Then I found Purina One Live Clear. It's cat food that reduced the major allergen and my suffering in as little as 21 days. Now, we feel closer than ever. If you have issues with cat allergens, you really need to try Purina One Live Clear.
Try new Purina One Live Clear today. Purina One, a difference from day one.
Not all EVs are created equal. The Ioniq 9 sets a new standard. Hyundai's first all-electric EV with 3 rows. Space in an EV. Finally. Plus, with over 300 miles of range, ultra-fast charging capability, and tech infused with safety features, this isn't just space. It's freedom reimagined. More room, more possibilities. Learn more about the Ioniq 9 at HyundaiUSA.com. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Here
at the Almond Joy Factory where tropical vibes abound. We use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Summer's here, and you can now get almost anything you need for your sunny days delivered with Uber Eats. What do we mean by almost? Well, you can't get a well-groomed lawn delivered, but you can get a chicken parmesan delivered. A cabana? That's a no. But a banana? That's a yes. A nice tan? Sorry, nope. But a box fan? Happily, yes. A day of sunshine? No. A box of fine wines? Yes. Uber Eats can definitely get you that. Get almost anything delivered with Uber Eats. Order now. Alcohol in select markets. Product availability may vary by region. See app for details.
This episode is brought to you by PetSmart. Stop by for Yappy Hour with your pet at PetSmart. Save $5 on walk-in grooming services like nail trims, ear cleaning, brushing, and more. No appointment needed every weekday from 2 to 6 p.m. And while you're there, Yappy Hour includes exclusive in-store deals like 25% off pet toys. Visit services.petsmart.com/grooming to learn more.
And now for something completely different.
Before we get into it,
I have my notes.
You can't believe you took analog notes.
Mike went analog, which I love. You know, I love that.
I go analog almost every time. In fact, I've only gone like notes on the iPhone app once before, and I felt like the performance suffered for it.
No, you have to stay in your sweet spot.
Was it Cocktail? You had a printer paper that was double-sided?
Like cards, right? He didn't have cards?
Yeah, he had cards like he was Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
I think I still have. Sis boom ba. Oh, there you go.
I was listening to the Judge Dredd episode recently.
You betray the law!
And there was a point where we thought you only did movies that had Armand Dante in them because you did Two for the Money and you did Judge Dredd. Well, this movie also ties to a previous episode because the director, Roger Donaldson, is repeat offender for directing Cocktail.
Yeah, I found that out a couple of weeks ago, and I really couldn't contain my excitement.
Jittering.
Because there's something that happens in this movie. I don't want to spoil my own notes, but there's something in this movie that I literally apply it in everyday life, like to the election, to politics. There is something that has replaced Coughlin's Law.
Wow, that's high praise.
Do you have any guesses as to what replaces Coughlin's Law?
I have an idea. I've got an idea. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it Harry Dalton's Recipe for Disaster?
I watched this movie 2 weeks ago, did all my prep, did all my notes, then went on my vacation, and then started watching it again today. And so this isn't in my notes, and I didn't alter my notes at all. I just tried to make mental notes, but I wanted to ask you guys all this right off the top before we get into the movie. Is this just a movie about push notifications?
No, it's about so much more.
So much more?
So much more.
It's about nudging push notifications to the side.
Yeah. I'm not going to have a different take than you. Look, yes, that is the general overall theme.
Okay.
Listen to the whistleblowers. But there is a subtext to this movie, and that is cock blocking.
Oh my God.
There is massive cock blocking.
See, this is why I tell you guys.
You like the nominees.
Exactly. Sometimes I get it. It's Reagan in 84. It's going to be a landslide. But we need to recognize the other people.
Timely reference. Yeah.
Who were in the running, man.
How many of our listeners know that Reagan was the president at any point?
Do it for the Gipper.
Ronald Reagan? The actor?
The actor?
Well, they will after you review the movie.
That's right.
You think that'll qualify? It'll probably qualify.
Oh, it definitely qualifies.
Yeah, there's a cacophony of cock blocking that takes over the movie at one point.
The entire movie.
A cacophony of cock blocking is well put.
I think you guys are going to find I am on the other side of a lot of this.
What does that mean?
If you're Team Ruth, there's two sides to this.
Nobody can be Team Ruth. Not even Juju.
No, Juju would defend her. What do you think she does all day up on that mountain?
I don't use this word really ever.
Ever. I have the same word in my notes. I hate using that word.
What's the word?
I don't want to use it.
But I was just in Europe and it's used a lot. What a cunt.
Oh.
What?
An absolute cunt.
Oh my God. Supercharge that.
Wow.
I can't follow that.
That's not in Mike's notebook.
No?
No, that's not in my notebook.
You didn't write that down?
I was going to build up to me calling, and I don't like to use this word. Those who know me know I hate saying, but she's a bitch. She's a real bitch.
Oh.
I want to replace that word with, man, you're being such a Ruth.
Oh. Woo. Quit your Ruthin' and whining.
Although, upon watching it again this morning, man, I was having a debate with my wife over hibachi. Let's just entertain for one moment that Ruth isn't the worst person in this movie. We all know who second place is. If you were like caping up for the second place finisher, I mean, even Ruth dies because of the actions of...
Whoa, hold on.
You are firing at all angles.
Start the episode. Start the episode. Start the episode.
A bastard.
The bastard?
Yeah, real Ruth.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Real Ruth
is a man of science and learning.
This is a house of learned doctors.
It's kind of a bitch.
Whoa!
He's a Ruth.
He's a Ruth, yeah.
All right. I got so many notes. I'm ready to go.
Let's get these notes going. You guys are being preposterous.
San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Chargers, San Diego Superchargers, San Diego Chargers.
Amin, what is your first note?
Did you guys know this movie was rebooted last year?
No.
Dante Exum's peak. Dante Exum. Dante Exum's peak. Dante Exum had a career year last year, and so was his peak. Dante's peak.
Maze, what's your first note?
Welcome to the Five Timers Club, Mike Ryan.
Oh, how about that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
You get a satin jacket.
Can you name all of your movies?
Okay. Cocktail, Judge Dredd, Two for the Money, and we did both Mortal Kombats.
Correct, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Annihilation is the one that you get credit for. That was your debut on this podcast.
Yeah, it was a home and home. It was a mystery crate, home and home.
Mm-hmm.
It all fits in the universe. Wow.
That's exciting.
This is a true honor. Thank you for having me.
What does that tie Mike with? I got it right here. Mike is tied with Jerry Bruckheimer,
Samuel L. Jackson,
Alan Covert, Jamie Foxx, Emilio Estevez,
Gorgia Max.
Gorgia Max, I love her.
Little guy. Jeremy Piven,
Sven-Ole Thorson,
Charlie Sheen, Danny McBride, Steve Kahan,
and all of Broken Lizard.
Wow.
Will Smith.
I missed the episode where you had Jerry Bruckheimer on. That's wild.
He had a lot of thoughts.
Which movie did he do?
All the Broken Lizard movies.
Yeah, he did?
Yeah.
Jeremy Piven did Geely?
I watched the first 25 minutes of the new Bad Boys movie.
Dude, it's bad.
I turned it off.
It's real bad.
I turned it off.
We like that franchise. It was really bad to start. I will say that it kind of beats you down by the end. There's a gigantic albino crocodile that eats somebody. It kind of saved the movie.
It has a 97% audience rating.
Dude, it was a huge hit.
They bought reviews.
But I don't mean to insult frequent guest Jerry Bruckheimer.
Mike, what is your first note? Do you have a first note?
Yeah, I do have a first note. Analog. Worst push-ups ever filmed.
Oh my God. We'll get to that. My first note, I hoped that Maze had already done this. He had. I said, put the town on notice, clip it, add it to the soundboard.
Put this town on alert. Put this town on alert.
Also got, just for this episode, I brought in
Magma.
Oh, same note too, bro.
I love volcanoes.
Liquid hot magma.
I'm not afraid to admit it. I think they look cool. I love a volcano.
Did they look cool?
They look cool, man.
Did they look different than a normal mountain?
When they're exploding? Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, when they're erupting.
An eruption? You like an eruption?
So, Maze, a regular mountain kind of just sits there while a volcano has shit blowing out of it.
Yeah.
Smoke and ash and then liquid hot magma.
But Maze, you really don't appreciate the full power and ferocity of a volcano unless you get the same recycled shot of Linda Hamilton looking at it through a car window.
That's true. We're starting off in the clouds and holy shit, CGI explosion, title card.
Peaceful music is interrupted by an eruption.
What was that, $5 million? Right there?
Off the rip.
Adjusted for inflation.
Why is Mike's name Harry Dalton, U.S. Geological Survey?
You just noticed that?
All right, we got animals reacting to volcanic explosions. There is a pig that is absolutely ass off being carried through the town.
It's a baby pig.
Ash everywhere. People fleeing. Is there a fucking crucifixion happening?
It's raining fireballs. It's muddy. We got a people clamoring for help caption.
There's a guy riding a horse across, and I said, my dad had a friend who legit refused to watch any movies that had horses in it. If he saw a horse at any moment during the movie, he would get up and leave. I think the funniest part is I asked my dad, why? Did he have like a traumatic experience involving a horse? And my father said, I don't know. He never explained it. He said, I just don't like horses. And so that they said they're going to go to see a movie. His friend would always ask, ain't no horses in this movie, are there? And they had to reassure him that there would be no horses. So I saw this horse in the opening scene, and all I could think of was my dad's friend getting up in the middle of a theater, walking out and saying, fuck this shit. I'm out.
Pierce is driving a truck through the madness. He can't see through the windows. Dirty rain, too much. He's telling Marianne they have to go. She says they can't leave.
Look at these readings, honey. Let's stick around.
Is that her name?
Marion.
I couldn't figure it out from the 6 times he said in 30 fucking seconds.
Man.
Oh my God.
Man. Forget the readings. Look outside.
I want to remind people, I'm not a physicist, okay?
Well, neither is he.
He's not a geologist either. He quickly corrects somebody later on in the movie.
He's a volcanologist.
I have to believe that this volcano has been erupting for a short amount of time, right? But not just started.
Mm-hmm.
There are giant rocks falling from the sky.
Yes, straight down.
For the volcano to be going that long and the rocks just now to come down, that is a money shot of all money shot. To lift up the top of that mountain into the sky, it would be in orbit. It would have gotten out of the atmosphere. For it to take that long.
Kind of looked like Armageddon when Eddie Griffin's like a cab driver.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing, Zach. I'm like, what kind of eruption has massive fireballs coming out? Because usually just smoke, ash, and then lava coming out.
Put your shovel away, Sean Astin. We got a long way to go here.
I'm not Sean Astin. I'm not saying Sean Astin. Not yet.
You're overthinking it already, Zach.
Seconds in.
This is a bad sign.
Just enjoy the first eruption.
The rocks are also bouncing.
They are.
Don't worry about that. It's volcanic rock. It's lighter.
When I'm watching Transformers, all I can think about is the infrastructure and the amount of money it's going to take to fix these cities is too much. It's going to be way too much for the fiscal budget.
They're not fixing this piece of shit town. It's a wrap.
No, but I'm saying when I watch Transformers, that's what I focus on.
Oh, all right.
You've come back way too serious.
When I'm watching a disaster movie, it's, why are these rocks bouncing?
Loosen up.
Can I make a stupid observation? And it's stupid because it's incorrect.
Almost exclusively.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Pierce Brosnan's shirt. At first, I thought he was wearing a Dan Flash's shirt. It took me a while to realize, oh no, it's dirty and that those intricate patterns are ash.
I wonder where we are. Maybe Juan and Chico can tell us.
Juan and Chico do lead us to a little bit of a zeroing in on where we might be.
God damn it, man.
That's why I'm upset that Amin just blanket statement called this a crap town. How could you piece that together by the horses and a Juan and Chico?
And the little pig.
Come on.
Carry the pig.
You watch that scene again after you take a good, long, hard look at yourself in the mirror, sir.
She says, we're going to have some stories to tell, honey. What?
If we make it through this on our boat named Live Forever.
Then a giant fire rock hits the hood of the truck, and then a much smaller rock goes through and hits her in the head. Did it go through her fucking skull?
Straight down.
Dude.
I mean, I don't know if I'm spoiling one of your notes.
Say it.
But the way she starts convulsing.
Yes.
I didn't notice when I first watched it. When I watched it today, I said, oh, Amin's going to make a Tua joke.
You're goddamn right. And by the way, I didn't make it to a joke. You made it to a joke, sir. But now we're here together and we're celebrating.
I didn't make it to a joke.
She started convulsing like Tua.
I don't remember which episode, but I was listening to an old episode and Amin started talking about how funny it was when Tua's having his seizure years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago from the concussion. He's like, it's so funny. I was like, it's really not.
Was that the last one?
That was the hands.
It wasn't the last one. When does this one air? There might be another one.
That's my point.
Close up on Marianne's face right before she dies.
She's kind of ass off, though.
She's absolutely ass off.
Pierce does a double take. Marianne is bleeding from her dome, hole in the roof.
Pierce is ass off as well.
He is. Don't get used to him being ass off, though.
And this whole scene gets a Golden Dumpster nomination.
It's a CT5 opening scene.
Yeah. It's no taxi.
Most action movies try to do this, and I think the one that cracked the code was John Wick. They figured out a way to get you to care about this ambiguous hero whose emotions are a little guarded. They killed a puppy, and they got the entire audience in there. They try to move this story along and try to get you to care for Harry Dalton right off the bat. I think they missed the mark a little bit.
Yeah. First step in missing the mark, casting Pierce Brosnan.
Whoa, that's James Bond.
No, it's not.
It's Harry Dalton, U.S. Geological Survey.
Volcanologist.
4 years later, angry push-ups.
No, those are not push-ups.
Look at this photograph of Marianne.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
Shakes his head vigorously and bends his elbows. The rest of his body is definitely not doing any push-ups.
Bleep this if it gets us in trouble for future employment opportunities. But I said this must be how Michael Rubin does push-ups.
Do not bleep that.
Future employment opportunities.
I mean, he has a monopoly over it.
That's true.
I love that it took Zach a minute. But I miss this whole like cinematic trope of someone doing their own thing while ignoring the phone, but they can't ignore a voicemail going off in the background. This is a long lost art in cinema. So many great scenes in movie history revolve around someone hearing a voicemail going on in the background.
It's been an exposition machine for hundreds of Cinephobe episodes.
Guys, this is a 20 CB bukkake. We have a landline. We have an answering machine that picks up and lets us hear what the voicemail is. We have a newspaper on the bed. We have a framed photo bedside, and we have road maps on his bed as well. I want to say doing push-ups also was 20 CB, but then I saw Batman Begins the other day and I realized he does push-ups in the scene, so sorry.
No, push-ups are not 20 CB.
Magazines and garbage and beer bottles strewn about. You can tell that his life is a mess.
Bachelor.
The exposition is Northern Cascades, need his opinion, get down here, pack for a couple days, and he is breathing relentlessly before he collapses, gasping and sweaty into a heap.
From what? If the push-ups don't qualify for the president's physical challenge qualifying standards, it's not an actual push-up.
What if you do more of them?
He's horribly humping the air.
He's head bopping pretty hard. But I also enjoyed that this entire scene is one massive exposition vehicle to let us know his life is out of control. He's consumed by his work. Well, by the way, you got to get to work at the U.S. Geological Survey. Now, how do I know, Zach, that he works at the U.S. Geological Survey?
From Mike's title?
One, Mike's title. Two, there is a subtle 9-second shot of the United States Geological Survey.
They show us a 9-second shot of this building that says United States Geological Survey. But what if I wasn't paying attention to the building?
Oh, then they'll just flash it across the screen. Didn't read that? Read this one. Cascades Volcano Observatory, Vancouver, Washington. Thank you.
I'm going to ask the question aloud for the audience that I imagine everyone sitting in theaters asked in the mid to late 90s, which is, has he not been working for 4 years? Has he just been in this bachelor pad doing push-ups and drinking beers and looking at road maps? And also, at what point are they going to tell us where this guy is from?
Never.
Where are you from?
Never, ever, ever, ever on that one.
Are you American? What are you?
That's not important.
You'll know where he's been, just not where he's from, because he's going to tell you every fucking city he goes to where there's a volcano.
Yes.
I thought you were going for Mike. Will we ever find out his name? And luckily for us, as soon as he walked through the door, about 7 people say his name. Harry, 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 Harry. And I said, are we going to do this every fucking scene? Whenever there's a new character, we're just going to say their names?
I mean, he hasn't been there for 4 years, to my knowledge. Now, I'm still trying to piece together that. And also, is he English? Or is he like a David Hyde Pierce type where...
Well, they are near Seattle.
It's not far from Seattle.
Like the entire cast of Frasier can kind of pass. Like if someone asks Harry Dalton, where are you from? From where David Hyde Pierce and Kelsey Grammer are from. Oh, yeah.
What is to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs? They're coming again.
Now, I sent you guys a picture of this shit-eating, self-satisfied look from this dickhead who goes, you can't leave work alone, can you?
Don't you dare say a bad thing about Nancy. She is carrying the nerds in the banter department.
As long as it's not about coffee.
Hold on. Let's not get out of turn here. So Nancy, she's delivered that line, you can't leave work alone, can you? With some great 20 CB energy. There was just something about her.
Oh, this is TGIF energy big time, yes.
This is ABC Friday Night Lineup energy, for sure.
So the exposition is not done. His coworkers tell him he's supposed to be on vacation.
So he's been working constantly.
Yeah, he can't go on vacation. He never goes. And his vacation was doing push-ups in his shitty apartment.
Drinking beer.
Terry is banging on a robot with an elf machine on it. This will be very important. And they say, going on vacation isn't going to kill you.
Will it be important?
It is.
Well, but not really.
It is. It's the MacGuffin of the movie.
The volcano's the MacGuffin of the movie.
No. The volcano's the main character.
And the MacGuffin.
No, the main character is Harry Dalton, U.S. Geological Survey.
It's a rom-com between a man and a volcano.
There's literally a scene where he says, I've got to go back to get the elf. That's the thing that NASA gave us. I'm like, what?
It's a MacGuffin, man. That is pure MacGuffin energy. They're picking up some activity around Dante's Peak.
He said it. He said it.
This is a joke, right? Dante's Peak.
I think he might be a workaholic. And I think it's going to be tied to the death of Marianne, who caught a volcanic softball to the skull. But that's just me guessing here.
That bounced.
It's called traumatic backstory.
I have a note here. This guy's like the snow miser. His eyebrows are insane.
Mm-hmm.
These are the most insane eyebrows ever captured on cinema.
Dr. Paul?
These are crazy eyebrows. Also, this is the most Irish person I've ever seen in my entire life.
As Irish as it gets. He might as well be the fucking Celtics mascot.
He's a repeat offender for playing a Scotsman, though.
He's a crazy person to look at for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Is that racist?
What are the odds of interruption? 1,000 to 1? More like 10,000 to 1.
Dr. Paul hands him this chart and they show it to us like we know what the fuck that says.
There's nothing there. It's a lie detector.
You barely could see the print.
It's analog jargon.
Mike's notes from Cocktail.
If you've ever seen like a newscast of a radio studio and they always shoot from behind the board, or like whenever Cowherd had an interview that was taped, obviously, they just showed the board and you would watch a TV and be like, man, this is so difficult to operate this. It's crazy. And then when you actually learn it, it's just a fader and an on-off switch. A lot of them. It's pretty remedial.
Yeah.
I see that seismologist graphs is probably like the easiest thing. It literally probably says 7, 8, 9.
When it goes up, that's the bad one. When it's little, that's fine.
Cut to the most beautiful painting of a volcano you've ever seen in your life, with a yellow balloon flying in front of it, which is casting a shadow
on nature,
on the background painting of the mountain.
Where's the sun?
Right where we are, baby.
It's behind us.
It's a key light. I love how this volcano is the only high point in the entire region. There's no mountain range. It is alone. Like Devil's Tower.
One up, one down. Yeah.
It's the middle of the Pioneer Days Festival. There's a Ferris wheel. There's a marching band. The town is fucking popping.
Maze, this is like the fourth time I've watched this movie in the last few months. And this is the first time I seized on it being a Pioneer Festival. I thought they were just all Mormons.
Put this town on alert.
You thought this was a Tuesday?
Yeah, I was.
Dante's Peak?
He was just like, why are those ladies wearing that around their head? And also, there isn't a black person in this entire film.
Wow.
Absolutely not.
They had to bus in the people of color.
I think we know why.
Well, Money Magazine calls it the second happiest place in America to live in. And I started looking around. I'm like, is this racist?
Yeah. Why do you think they're so happy? It's like when Daniel LaRusso told Mr. Miyagi, hey, this place is up and coming. Low income housing or whatever.
I love Money Magazine.
Corny CB. That's about as good as it gets.
Hi, Mike Ryan, Cars Magazine.
Hi, Mike Ryan, Sports Talk.
There's one brown person in this movie, right? Just one.
Who, Greg?
Yeah, there's one brown person and one Asian.
Yeah, and one robot.
And that's it.
But they come from Portland.
They bust them in.
And they'll bust them right out, too.
Yeah, Governor Abbott actually sent the geologist to Dante's Peak.
And guess what? Guess what happened once the coloreds came to town?
Oh.
Fucking place blew up. And that's why she's not winning re-election.
Message. Oh, wait.
A sweet 1987 red Chevy Suburban with floodlights.
Oh, dude.
A roof rack and a snorkel rolls into town. That is a vehicle.
Also known as a pussy wagon because that thing was getting him laid left and right. You kidding me?
It's got a snorkel so he can breathe while he's down there.
He stopped at Cluster's Last Stand Motel.
Took me a minute to catch that.
Bravo.
Jack Reacher just checked out.
Yo, Maze, that breathe while he's down there line. That's a damn good line. I don't want that to go unrecognized.
He gets out of the truck and looks right up at Dante's Peak.
He looks at the painting.
Practical effects rock, man. I won't be having it. Practical effects rock.
That's a painting.
He's looking at the shadow.
He's looking for the mayor. The mayor is accepting some award.
Dante's Peak was just named the second best place to live in the United States. Population under 20,000.
Mike, you left out a very crucial detail of the award that they won.
Yeah.
Population under 20,000.
Under 20,000, yeah.
This is an ESPN Stats and Info Ask Award. Oh, this is the most points Jamal Crawford scored on a Tuesday against the Knicks in his career. That's what that is.
Whatever qualifier you want to put on there to make sure that it's specifically Dante's Peak. That's what we need.
It's not going to stop Legion Hoops from putting this on a graphic tile. Leading with second best place to live in.
Small print, very fine print. Population under 20,000.
Good for you. What was number one?
I don't know, some piece of crap town out in Montana. Who cares?
I want to see the demographics of that town, too. I'm a little curious as to how Money Magazine.
Montana. I'm going to take a wild guess. Signing into a hotel, like literally have them fill out your name in a book. That's real 20CB, man. Like that's a 20CB I don't remember.
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to hotels back then.
I mean, we've got a woman mayor. Linda Hamilton's mayor.
Same note too. Really?
Just cut it out, that's all. That's no way to talk to a dame.
I think she's trying to have it all because she is in a rush.
She's frazzled. She's running through her acceptance speech. Money Magazine, 20CB, like we said. Her know-it-all daughter pops in to remind her that it's Karen, not Kathy.
This fucking kid. All right.
She's a Cinephobe legend at this point.
Have you seen my good jacket? You don't have a good jacket. My next note. Shut up, bitch.
What?
Whoa!
Whoa! Are you kidding me?
Zach.
Whoa, shut up, Ruth.
Broad.
Can we talk about Linda Hamilton? Because we're being introduced to her. And Linda Hamilton's only known for one.
Yes.
Now she's known for two things.
Yes.
No. She's known for Beauty and the Beast, the TV show. Remember that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And she was in one episode of According to Jim.
I only know her for one thing. Terminator.
Yeah, she's Sarah Connor.
The guns.
It's weird to see her in a different light. And in this film, they waste no time in trying to establish tension between the two characters.
Absolutely.
And seeing Sarah Connor as a sexy person or someone that is even interested in men was a shock to young me. But there was something about the 90s.
By young Mike, he means the first of 4 times that he watched it this last month.
But there was something about the 90s. I don't know why this hairstyle on women became really popular.
Friends, because of Rachel.
Is it the Rachel?
No, it's not the Rachel.
This is not the Rachel. No, brother, this is the Steve Perry.
This is the Gutenberg. This is, I'm one of the 3 sons on Home Improvement.
No.
That's what this is.
Yeah.
The JTT?
Yes.
This is someone going to their stylist and saying, hey, do you know beautiful Bobby Eaton? Can you make me look like one half of the Midnight Express? How is this the second best place in America to live in when that's the stylist? Theo Vaughn is your stylist. Congratulations.
Teenage son Graham is nowhere to be found. She's the mayor who runs a country deli / coffee shop with a Pepsi sign in the front window.
I didn't catch that until she was at work later. I was like, what the fuck is she doing behind the counter?
She drives an old Toyota SUV. She's a real American small town mayor, guys.
Yes, she is.
Apologizing to the crowd for the delay. Most people are dressed up like idiots. Mayor Terminator sympathizer gets there finally. That's what I call her the entire movie.
I call her Mayor Linda.
I call her Sarah Connor, and I call her son John Connor.
Well, this will be easy for everybody to track.
This dickhead introduces her and says into the mic, about time.
Well, this guy, Les, he's a real asshole. Mike, you were saying you had an enemy of the movie. It's Les.
No.
Les is the bad egg in the town.
It's the daughter.
He's the commercial real estate guy that is looking to invest in the town.
I got questions about what type of business they're in that we'll get to shortly. I don't know if it's commercial real estate, but I like that as a guess.
Yeah, Les is some sort of community business leader, and he's trying to land a deal that's going to make this piece of shit town somewhere actually worth living, as opposed to a lie they tell Money Magazine. I'm not going to hear Les slander. Les is trying to save this town.
Wow.
This dumb little Ruth. It's Karen.
Karen!
Shut up. We're in front of the goddamn town right now. You're going to try to undermine me?
No, it's adorable. No, she's got a daughter. It's charming.
She says, thank you, Lauren, but I know that tone as a parent.
I'm going to beat her ass later. It's 1997. That little kid is getting her ass beat later.
Religiously.
What do you get for being the second best town in the United States under 20,000 people? You get a plaque. Congratulations. Here you go, town.
Where are they going to put that? In her coffee shop?
Yes. For some reason, this microphone is placed at the front right of the podium, and she's leaning over it to talk into it.
As she's talking up the town, we get a disembodied voice going, tell him, Mayor.
This town is beautiful. It's safe. Wonderful place to raise a family.
Tell him, Mayor.
You get exposition of the prospect of a major investment by Elliot Blair and Blair Industries. Next year, we're going to be #1.
There you go.
Cut to the Live Forever Hot Springs with a couple getting naked.
Juan said Hot Springs. Is this great or what? Sure beats the hell out of California. And this made me think of Will Ferrell and Rachel Dratch.
Yes.
In the SNL hot tub. The lovers.
Dave, may I share something with you?
I guess. I'm really just trying to...
I find when one first enters the scalding waters of the hot tub, it is not unlike your first encounter with a new lover.
I remember the first time Roger and I made love.
Yes.
Yes, we had pulled over after a long Sunday drive. Roger led me to a clearing, laid me down upon a bed of fresh meadow grasses. He then rubbed my nubile body with fruit liniments and noxema. Then he artfully covered my back with melted butter and cloves. And until the flies and ants came, methinks it was the finest love-making the world had ever known.
They really preserved the PG-13 rating with the way they edited this broad getting into the hot spring. Cut it. Oh, cut it. No, cut it.
Zero cheeks in this film.
Nothing.
This dude is horny.
Well,
this guy is ready to explode before Dante's peak.
Well,
he's so horny, he's ready to move there. And she says, pump your brakes. I don't think so. I'd go nuts in a week.
Is he horny or is Ruth horny? Because Ruth ogles these people who come to smash him.
Ruth is definitely horny, and they're horny. Everybody's horny. It's a horny hot spring.
The hot spring is horny as well because we see the lava bubble up underneath it. I said, come on, that's not how this shit works.
That's not lava.
Liquid hot magma.
There you go.
Oh, sorry.
And we get introduced to the first cock blocking device of the film.
Cock block #1. Yep.
Magma.
Well, it's actually 2 for 1. There's liquid hot magma, but also the birds.
Oh, yeah.
Alfred Hitchcock block.
I don't care where you are. If birds start flying away in mass, you need to pay attention. That is a sign from Mother Nature.
Do you know a pigeon shoulder checked me in London yesterday?
That's right, bitch.
It flew into my shoulder and bumped my shoulder and then flew off.
It knew you were from out of town.
Shouldn't have worn those Jordans.
Yeah. You Ruth.
And that's why he has a spot on the Heat bench to this day.
That was Udonis Haslem.
That pigeon was Udonis Haslem.
They get boiled up real good.
Like that.
Here comes Pierce talking to Mayor Linda. He's from the U.S. Geological Survey. She's supposed to show him around.
Les immediately runs over. I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm Harry Dalton from the U.S. Geological Survey. You can't interrupt someone else's conversation and say, and you are. He was literally there with Sarah Connor. These two dudes walk up and they hit him with the, and you are? That's not how the conversation dynamic is supposed to work.
Not in the slightest.
If Harry walks up to your conversation, you can hit him with the passive aggressive, and you are.
Of course.
These dudes got there after Harry.
But Les is embedded pretty heavily with Blair Industries.
Yeah.
And Blair Industries is ready to pump some money into this town.
Yes.
She recognized him as the guy coming from Portland. His boss called. She'll show him around. Just have to make a quick stop. Where's that quick stop?
At the abandoned mine.
Oh, I don't know. Some underground diddling factory where all these kids hang out.
Same note too, bro.
No trespassing, keep out signs. Mayor Linda honks the horn. The nosy daughter starts grilling Pierce. Got any kids?
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
What is this accent? Where are you from? Saratoga Springs, New York? Give me something.
Portland.
Portland.
Give me something, Harry Dalton. Where are you from?
I'm a man of the world. I was born in a volcano.
This kid goes, you're lucky, right, Mom? What?
Right, Mom? Because kids suck, huh?
Zach, let's recap real quick right here. One of her kids is an annoying little prick embarrassing her in public. And the other kid has gone missing. She has no idea where he is.
She knows he's in the diddling factory.
The diddling mine, exactly.
With the live action bullies from The Simpsons.
The miner's tunnel?
More on that later.
She's calling out for Graham. Graham comes out of the bottom of the door.
Crawls out with his friends, and my man Graham is a Kirkland Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yes.
They found him in the bargain bin.
Oh, same note too.
Same note too, bro.
Wow. Okay, I did not put in the official note. I've been scared off.
I couldn't help but look at this fucking Hills Have Eyes kid. That is all I saw in this scene. Oh, check it out. It's Chris Sims. This kid just ranked Blake Bortles 76th.
That is former Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback with the super long neck, Mike Glennon.
The other kid looks like Kearney from The Simpsons.
Kearney?
So Jimbo's the bald one. Kearney's the one with the beanie on.
Yes, yeah.
It's absolutely live action Simpsons. Now, is this before or after? They continue to try to manufacture sexual tension between our main heroes.
Manufacture? What do you mean?
Yeah, they manufacture it by guys being immediately jealous of Pierce Brosnan by saying, "Who are you?"
Yeah.
And then the nosy neighbor type that gives the FBI's
Dr. Jane Fox
the accusatory "Are you guys banging?" look inside of 2 seconds.
It's constant.
Can Harry Dalton make himself comfortable in this town without someone thinking that he's got some ulterior motives, which, by the way, he's trying to fuck?
He does.
Interesting, Mike. You think he does all those push-ups for his health?
He's trying to fuck.
No, it's because he's fucking air.
You gotta give him a berth.
Well, there's a couple of things you got to keep in mind, Mike. One, it's a town of under 20,000, okay? They've clocked every eligible bachelor within 100 miles.
It's him or less.
Two, it's James fucking Bond, Harry Dalton, U.S. Geological Survey strolling into
James
town.
Bond.
He's the hottest piece of beef that has been found around these parts in a dog's age.
Put the town on alert. He's about to fuck everybody.
Magma.
It's a town of under 20,000 people. Why is he going on errands with her? She's coming back downtown anyway. That's where they ran back with Jane Fox. He could have just waited for her to finish finding her children and met her at her goddamn coffee shop.
No, I mean, he is a red-blooded, from parts unknown male.
Yes.
And he is DTF from the second he gets there. Rule of two isn't just a podcast you host. It's how many seconds go by between someone seeing you and thinking that you're just there to fuck.
Why else would anyone go to Dante's Peak?
I don't know, Mike. I thought this tension was natural. I thought it bubbled up from the hot springs. I liked their tension. I was buying it. This isn't a Sweet Annie award to me.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
This episode is brought to you by GMC. When you have 4 new tires, every drive feels fresh. Right now, buy 3 select tires and get 1 for just $1 during the GMC Certified Service Fresh Start Tire Event. Visit gmc.com/service offers or see dealer for full details. At participating U.S. GM dealers only. Highest or equal value tire will be $1. Offer ends 5/31/2025. Not available with other offers.
This episode is brought to you by Loom by Atlassian. Are you feeling stuck at work? Get your team unstuck with Loom video messaging and move work forward. Use Loom to simultaneously record both your screen and yourself to share a quick update, provide feedback, train a colleague, and everything in between. Plus, add Loom AI to your meetings for instant written notes and recordings. Try Loom today at Loom.com. That's LOOM.com.
Jif peanut butter. It's that jiffing good, it doesn't really need advertising. So instead, enjoy the calming sounds of the ocean. Jif. Ooh, it's that jiffing good. Get your Jif at Jif.com.
Walmart Business is in the business of saving you time, money, and hassle. Whether your business started in a garage or is a garage, Walmart Business has the tools to help you get where you're going. tools like free shipping, multi-user accounts, and just about any item your company needs.
Even a double filtration cyclone dust collector.
Yep, even that.
Sweet.
Walmart Business. It's the Walmart you love. Now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com. Terms apply.
We get a lot of introductions to people around the town for no reason, just to establish that there are other characters who exist. Graham took a rock.
It looks like black licorice.
It's a smoky quartz crystal.
Says it's lucky.
I used to collect them back home when I was a child back in...
That's where I said, where the fuck are you from?
Born in a volcano. He has no parents.
Do they have volcanoes in England? Zach, you just came back.
No, they barely have salt.
He's not from England.
Dr. Dalton's a geologist.
Volcanologist, actually.
You mean like Dr. Spock and Mr. Spock?
Well, kind of, but without the ears, you know?
My initial thought was, is this a real job?
Yeah.
The internet says it is, but I'm guessing it was not before this movie.
No, it was.
This movie made it a focus for geologists. This was not a real thing.
Let me ask Mike. Mike, if you met someone, you met two guys, right? And one of them told you he was a volcanologist and the other said he was a safe repairman. Which would you believe to be an actual profession?
Be respectful.
Amin nearly broke so hard.
Every time I think about it. Because I think about the dumb broad who believed him.
Mike, have you seen Honest Thief?
I have not.
Oh, you got to.
You have to watch Honest Thief.
To wet your beak here, there are 12 bank heists in the first 2 minutes of the movie.
No, there aren't. There's one.
How many times has Jason Statham approached in this one movie? How many times has Jason Statham approached for one last job?
This is Liam Neeson, baby.
All right. Is Liam Neeson approached to do one last job?
No.
No, he hangs it up. He does his last job in the opening credits.
I only watch heist movies if it's one last job.
Volcanologist is not a real job. And I'm not interested in people in the Discord or people on Twitter or wherever going, what are you talking about? This is absolutely a job and has been since blah, blah, blah. No. Volcanologist is not a real job.
Zach, you dropped out of college. I don't know if you should be the one arguing about this.
You can't be the messenger.
You could have studied volcanology, but you didn't. It's your own fault.
The University of Phoenix does offer an undergrad course in physical geology, aka volcanology.
Sign it up.
Okay, that's how I know it's not real. That just proved it's not real. University of Phoenix.
This is a trade school thing.
I'll trade some money for a fake diploma in volcanology.
That's not nice. You walk into a bar, you tell a girl, you tell a broad, you're a volcanologist. Panty dropper.
All right, you try it.
I will.
I would love to know how that gambit works in the year of our Lord 2024.
I'm going to do it right after we're done.
He's going to get too excited. He's immediately going to go, and there's an eruption that's about to happen. Put the town on alert.
Liquid hot magma.
Yeah. 2 seconds into your volcanologist bit, and you're already going to undercut yourself with sexual volcano puns.
100%.
Put your pants on alert.
Put this town on alert.
Kids want to be dropped off at grandma's. What a beautiful cabin right on a mountain lake. The kids rush grandma, and there's palpable tension between Linda and grandma.
This is Linda Hamilton's mom, right?
No.
Well, no, it's her mother-in-law.
Oh, it's her current mother-in-law.
No. The ex-mother-in-law.
No, it's even more complicated.
Ex-mother-in-law's position.
Oh, so she's single.
Yes, they show Pierce
got it.
recognizing that the punani has been tossed up in the air like a bouquet at a wedding. Yeah! He runs across like Marvin Harrison Jr.
Topical.
Runs across. It was thrown right at him.
Beautiful lakefront property, by the way.
It's in front of a beautiful painting.
How is she single? How is there not a college dropout volcanologist living in her home already that's like 34 years old? Because this is a gold mine with Ruth. And it turns out that no one would ever be with her because she's a miserable person.
She fucking hates Linda Hamilton with all of her might. Every ounce of her soul, every atom of her being hates the mother of her grandchildren.
Oh, and we totally explain that in this movie, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's absolutely going to be explained.
Totally.
Ask Pierce if he's Rachel's boyfriend.
Immediately. So you're fucking.
No.
Is that Pierce?
I'm Harry Dalton, U.S. Geological Survey.
He tells her why he's here. And her response, what a shithead response. Bunch of your people came up after Mount St. Helens went nuts. Nothing going on then. There's nothing going on now. How would you know that?
She is oddly defensive.
Are you a volcanologist from the University of Phoenix as well?
Well, that's not a real job according to you, so why do you care?
Did you go to DeVry's volcanology classes?
That's their rival.
She knows her mountain, Zach. She's lived up there for decades.
She's Twitter after someone has a knee injury in a football game. She just knows.
She's lived up there since Dante's Peak was the 5th best town in the United States, population under 5,000.
And then they got rid of all those ethnics.
There you go. That's who she's talking about with all the people who came up.
Yeah.
Haitian immigrants.
Linda's trying to ditch the kids with her, but Grandma says, let's all go up the mountain and then we can go to the hot springs.
No.
Cock block, Mike. There's a cock block for you.
She goes there to drop the kids off at Ruth's.
Yes.
And inside of 5 seconds, Ruth pretends to know more about volcanoes than Harry Dalton and also says, how about we come with you? She's supposed to be watching the kids.
Yes.
So the kids end up going in the car. Ruth goes in the car.
She's picking up passengers, Mike.
Her dog goes in the car.
The roughiest, toughiest dog in our dog inventory.
It is in all sarcasm cock blocking.
You guys are going to laugh at me so hard. For whatever reason, I was busy taking notes. I was looking up stuff, all that stuff. I did not notice the dog.
Oh,
I hear the one bingo child say, Ruffy, Ruffy.
You think that's Grandma?
No, I thought that was John Connor's nickname. Is that his nickname, Ruffy? I guess. I mean, like, he's a boy. It's spelled Ruffy, Rughy. I didn't think of it again. And they say Ruffy several times in the movie. I will let you know when I realize that Ruffy was a dog.
You're a dog.
He's checking out the acidity of the water like a pool man.
Disrespectful as fuck. Like a pool man.
No, that's flirting.
Well, I mean, is that
1990s? All mothers wanted to have sex with a pool boy.
They don't have a pool in Dante's Peak.
There's a lake boy, a lakeman.
Yeah, okay.
A hot springs boy.
Yeah.
He's a hot springs boy.
But I mean, unfortunately, you skipped over what is probably going to be my golden dumpster for this episode, which is they get to this lake. The camera pans up from the lake. It pans up to the horizon line. And then it keeps panning.
This is art, man.
And then it keeps panning. And we are going all the way up. We're going thousands of feet into the sky. They've already driven up to the lake on the top of the mountain.
And by art, I mean it's a painting.
The painting never ends.
No, it's the biggest fucking painting that's ever existed.
The camera optics do not make sense. This shot keeps going and going and going. And finally, we make it to the eponymous Dante's Peak. Golden dumpster.
They'll take those readings and go check them against the ones from 15 years ago. Yeah, it's a real job.
A pH of 3.48 is about as acidic as a Monster energy drink.
Hey, Mike, how's the show doing? Oh, I don't know. Let me check from the downloads we had 15 years ago.
What's the last time we were there?
It's comparing.
I honestly think the pH readings are off because of all the hair dye that Les showed up to town with.
Blair Industries is actually in league with Terry Silver. They're dumping plutonium at the top of the mountain.
Any idea when those trees over there died? Maybe from the winter storms. Think we got a problem? No, I don't think so. Do about 25, 30 of these a year. 25, 30? What the fuck does he do?
He's traveling.
98% of the time, they're just false alarms.
98%, yo.
And the other 2%? You wouldn't have to worry about moving up on the best places to live list.
Banter.
Cobra formula.
You're dead.
You are dead. Beep, bop, boop.
All right, the whole fucking gang gets dropped off to swim.
Zach, do you remember when Madonna was married to Guy Ritchie and then she just formed an accent?
Absolutely. My sister did the same thing in Australia.
Maybe that's what he's just so well traveled that he's actually from.
Oh, you think it's a conglomeration of accents?
Yeah. Like if I hang out with my brother-in-law who's from Georgia, give me 15 minutes around him, I start having a twang.
Sure.
He's just so well traveled that maybe he's got a global accent.
So wait, do we think he has a home? I know we saw him doing push-ups, but...
Yes, we saw it.
Well, that wasn't a home. That's not a home.
You can't make him Jack Reacher. Don't do this.
I think he's homeless.
No, he's housed.
He's housed.
For all we know, that's Paul's home.
It's not.
That's how we knew how to find him.
I respect the attempt. He's housed. We can't do this. We can't do this to Harry Dalton.
Linda Connor says to look out for poison oak. Grandma immediately dismisses it, says they'll be fine. She hates this woman.
Yes.
Hates her.
Oh my God.
Linda Hamilton's character is so poorly drawn that none of us remember her character's name. It's Sarah Connor.
It's like Wando or something.
Sarah Connor.
It's Mayor Wando.
Wando, yeah.
Wando Calrissian.
Wando Franco.
Pierce is looking around. Then he takes out a tiny point-and-shoot camera. Unfortunately, I was not able to identify it. I am sorry for failing everybody. Picks up a rock and tosses it and go ahead and fire up that tension.
He is making this volcanologist shit up. All you have to do is take a random pick of rocks and then look up the mountain every once in a while.
So you're like a pool man? What do you do?
A man who stares at a rock must have a lot on his mind. Or nothing.
Either one.
Is she unfamiliar with why he's here?
This is bad flirting.
This is her flirting?
Yeah.
I disagree. I'm loving this tension between the two of them. I'm rooting for these two.
What tension?
There's lots of it.
He gives her the type of laugh I give my Uber driver when they try to make a combo. Yeah, it's kind of crazy out here, huh? Yeah. That's how he responded to her.
This is, out of all the movies that I've reviewed as a member of the Five Timers Club, I've never seen a poorer attempt at manufacturing tension.
No.
In my entire
Don't
life.
do that.
It's really bad.
This is really bad.
I don't know, Mike. These two crazy kids? Come on. A volcanologist with an unknown accent and no home and a mayor/barista. They can't work it out?
They have zero chemistry.
No.
You haven't seen Honest Thief?
Yeah, actually, you need to go back to Honest Thief.
You think we're just being flippant here? It's on our soundboard. This is the gold standard for there is no tension between these two characters.
Hi, sweet Annie.
That's Liam Neeson answering the phone from a woman he is engaged to.
Hi, sweet Annie.
All right. I didn't think that movie was supplemental. I would have thought Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones would have been, but
It's essential text.
okay. I'll add it.
Pierce says the rocks will tell him when the area was last active. When was that? Around 7,000 years ago.
How would you know that?
Cobra formula.
Banter also.
Then he takes a picture of her?
Ha! Surprise! She flinches because women don't like their picture taken.
This is Dennis Reynolds all over again.
This does seem like a Dennis scheme.
We hear the daughter scream. It's just dead squirrels.
Full of maggots.
Ruth says it might be a squirrel epidemic. What?
It's two fucking dead squirrels.
Based on what?
Two squirrels.
Every instinct Ruth has is wrong. How is she 70 years old? How did she live this long?
She says they're dropping like that all over the mountain because she's seen dead squirrels all over the place and thinks, oh yeah, whatever. Squirrel epidemic.
So you surmise that from a couple of carcasses that you've seen, but no chance at a volcano blowing up, huh?
No.
No chance.
If all the wildlife near my house started dropping dead, wouldn't I be concerned that something is afoot? Maybe not the volcano, but something's going wrong here.
The mountain knows what it's doing, Amin.
Yeah.
They get to the hot springs, which are smoky and stinky. Graham doesn't know if he wants to go in. Smells like your room. You go in there.
Got his ass.
Somebody left their clothes on a sign. Clip this horny ass grandma.
Ruth?
Horny.
Sometimes couples sneak up here for a hot dip. And some hot nookie. Bruce, for God's sake.
That horny grandma be tripping.
Sometimes a hot nookie.
Please clip in Limp Bizkit.
Hey, what the hell? What you want me to say? I won't lie, that I can't deny. I did it all for the nookie. Come on, the nookie. Come on, so you can take that cookie and stick it up your head. Stick it up your head. Stick it up your head. Stick it up your head.
Nookie was shocking. It was a shocking word for her to pull in this moment.
Absolutely. But of the times.
Grandma is up the mountain, but that doesn't keep her off of the 4chan forums.
Grandma's about to jump in. Pierce
He doesn't have boundaries.
stops a half-naked stranger boy by assaulting him.
Clutches him so close.
That's not your child. You just met this kid.
Let me tell you something.
All you know about this kid is that he emerged from a diddling factory an hour ago.
Exactly, Zach. He knows he emerged from a diddling factory. He's like, oh,
game on.
Open season.
All up top.
We got some live bait, folks.
That's fucked up, me. That's fucked up.
Welcome to Cinephobe, Mike.
It's really fucked up.
I guess regretting his geology survey work.
We see some highly realistic floating corpses that are well done.
Real good. Practical effects.
Cut to an ambulance. Pierce is on the phone. He wants to monitor the entire area. Acidity in the lake. Carbon dioxide coming out of the soil.
Fake job.
Killing trees and wildlife. Attention should be paid.
Just for men, dark brown.
Paul doesn't believe him.
That's Dr. Paul.
If you're just going to ignore his advice, why send him up there in the first place?
You asked the central question of this film. No one wants to listen to the most qualified person at all.
No, the most qualified person is Dr. Paul. He's the boss.
It's one thing for Dr. Paul to pull rank on Harry Dalton. It's another thing entirely for Ruth to be doing that. Everyone is just walking over this guy.
He watched his girlfriend or his fiance or whatever Marianne was get lit up like Ryan Clark and Troy Polamalu came across the middle.
What year is it?
On an episode of Jacked Up.
Zach's got a time machine.
Ryan Clark and Troy Polamalu. A couple of safeties cutting it up.
Zach, if he were a better volcanologist. Maybe she'd still be alive.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's still out there.
Ruth is going to take the kids back. Linda stays with Pierce. She's wondering how big of a problem they have, and Pierce recommends they call a city council meeting. I need everybody to hold on to your butts. We've got plot liftoff.
4, 3, 2, 1.
No way.
No way.
They asked who the two dead people were. She says she's never seen them before. Backpackers, maybe. And he says, that's right. I found an MF Doom mixtape in the guy's back pocket.
Stupid.
I get it.
All right, city council meeting. What could that possibly consist of? Her, the MC from the ceremony, the guy who owns the motel, and one of the dead squirrels.
Everybody we met, Dr. Fox. Don't forget her.
The cop asked, I thought this was supposed to be an extinct volcano.
Not extinct, just dormant, as in sleeping.
He delivered that like, I didn't lie, Annie. I just didn't tell you certain things. And this is a very Honest Thief movie now that I think about it. It's the third Honest Thief reference.
An honest volcano.
I don't mean to alarm you. Wait a second. What was that word, Pierce?
Alarm.
Where are you from, man? We were doing reasonably well for you for a brief moment in time, and then alarm happens, and I'm totally thrown.
Les says, you're talking about the evacuation of 7,400 people. You don't think that's a little extreme? I said, that's it? 7,400 people? I could evacuate 7,400 people. That's a Hornets game.
All 7,400, men, women, and child, they all have cars.
Oh my God.
We'll find that out later.
Yeah, there's 9,000 cars somehow.
Fucking Motor City, Dante's Peak.
Buddy, you'll see extreme. Consider alerting the town to the possibility of an evacuation. But Les is only worried about Elliot Blair and his $18 million and 800 jobs. And this is my top unsolved mystery of the movie. What does Blair Industries do? 800 jobs? $18 million? That's a lot of money in jobs for a random small town in the Cascades in the 90s.
It's a cocaine warehouse.
Is this place set up to go from 7,400 people to 8,200 people?
They don't have the infrastructure.
There's no way. That's a massive increase.
Have you seen the fucking roadways?
Yeah, both of them.
We're getting ahead of us.
The traffic alone would cripple the town.
It's a good question to ask, though. Do they have the infrastructure? Because they're already sweating having to possibly evacuate 7,500 people. Amin, you were at the conference semifinals in 2022 when the Mavericks crushed the Suns. That was the amount of people that evacuated midway through the first quarter.
Yeah, that was pretty much one section on the left side. I'm trying to be clear here, though. Is the town gonna get evacuated? Is he telling them, hey, you gotta get these people out of here?
No.
Well, what's he asking? What is he saying?
We're considering letting them know.
They may have to evacuate.
How do you do that?
You put the town on alert.
Oh, okay, got you.
Put this town on alert.
That's the first one of those. We're gonna keep count of these.
There's a cacophony of arguing. Mayor Linda intervenes, tells Norman to find the emergency evacuation plans. I don't even know if we have it over here in this stupid file cabinet.
The evacuation plan's pretty simple.
Get the fuck out!
The road that goes away from the volcano, take that one.
Drive away!
Go away from the painting.
The evacuation plan is just have Ruth show up to the Pioneer Day Festival and everybody will disperse.
You notice they didn't invite her ass to it.
She did not get the invite.
We're back at the motel.
Buster's last stand.
Pierce's crew of volcanologists show up.
Look at this nice little town, nestled all snug and cozy right against the mountain. Yeah, just like Pompeii.
She does have 20 CB energy, just like Pompeii.
Nancy is bringing it, man. I love Nancy.
Another shit-eating grin.
In front of the painting. Look at this beautiful Zoom background that she's got going on here.
That is not real.
I love this. Can we make this the background of this episode?
They're going to set up a conference room at the hotel. Paul is told that Pierce is at the city council meeting. Paul can't believe it.
He doesn't like it.
He's pissed.
Dr. Paul, I don't like him.
Pierce can't predict exactly when it will erupt. Les is really grumpy.
What is Pierce Brosnan there for?
Look at this photograph. Why is my man arching his back like this?
City council meeting.
He's ready to take it right there.
The silver fox, man. He kind of looks like if Mickey Rourke and Tom Crean had a baby.
I'd like to watch that happen.
So, when is this mountain likely to blow up?
I have an aside. I don't even know if this should be a cold middle or maybe this might be a supercharger, to be honest with you.
Oh, boy.
I was in New York City last weekend. I was on the LIRR to go to a baby shower, right? Me and my two cousins were riding together, and my cousin picks up a magazine that was left on the seat. I said, is that someone's subscription? Did they buy it? And it was a subscription, and the subscription belonged to Tom Crean's daughter, because it's the same name, and I know Tom Crean's daughter lives and works in New York. It's got her address on it. So I have Tom Crean's number. I say to my cousins, yo, I should text him, hey, coach, riding the train, I found this magazine had your daughter's thing on it, whatever. They did the same thing. They did the same face.
No.
The exact same.
Absolutely not.
I said, absolutely not. You're going to look like a creep. No, I'm looking out for him.
No, you're not.
I'm making sure this doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
All you need to do is throw it away.
Well, that's what I ended up doing, but I thought, should I let coach know? Should I not let him know? Maybe tell your daughter, don't leave shit with your address on it lying around on the subway.
You're walking by a stranger's house, their windows are open, and you lean in and go, hey guys, I can see everything in here. And then you walk on?
But if I'm not a stranger, I know this person's father.
Barely.
Okay, maybe it is barely. We had a great conversation at Summer League, though.
Yeah, he's fantastic, but I wouldn't be like, hey, I have your daughter's shit, by the way.
I don't know. I thought it was that would be a nice heads up to be told, oh, yeah.
Not in the slightest. To be told what?
I was overruled 2-1.
Was it an irreplaceable magazine?
No, it's just she's being very flippant with her address. Her address is just out there. A crazy person could have found it and maybe done something not so great.
Sounds like they did.
No, I found it. She's lucky I found it. She's lucky.
No, because nobody else would have thought anything of it.
Good Samaritan Amin is the most confusing Amin I've encountered in a long time.
I'm just trying to be a good person, man. I don't know.
When?
I don't like Good Samaritan Amin. I don't trust him. There must be some motive.
It's a setup.
No, it's not a setup.
We need to put Tom Crean on alert.
We're 23 minutes into this movie. Clip this entire scene.
Everybody, this is my boss, Dr. Paul Dreyfus. Now, Wando.
Hi, Rachel.
Pleasure indeed. What's going on here?
Well, I've recommended the council members here that they put this town on alert. They were just about to vote on it.
Harry, can I have a word with you outside?
Sure.
Excuse us.
Who the hell is this?
Harry, I sent you up here to have a look around, not to scare the hell out of the city council.
Yeah, I know, Paul, but 2 people are dead. Recommending an alert seemed the only responsible thing to do.
Well, you know there are dozens of reasons to account for what happened up at those hot springs. Anything from a mild earthquake to a slight seismic shift, and not one of those reasons, not one of them means that the mountain's going to blow up next week or next month or the next 100 years.
The whole spirit of the town was on its way up.
Just thinks he can walk in.
All right, hey. Ladies and gentlemen, I am sure that Dr. Dalton was only doing what he thought was in your town's best interests. However, I have learned through bitter experience that these decisions are not to be made lightly. Now, back in 1980, I would have bet you $1 million that Mammoth Mountain was about to go up. And we at the USGS began to talk about the possibility of putting that town on alert. Now, thank God, the mountain didn't go up, but the damage had already been done. You see, the word leaked out that the USGS had expressed concern, and so the tourists panicked and they stayed away, and the real estate values plummeted, and the town nearly went bankrupt. Consequently, I'm now a lot more cautious when it comes to even talking about putting a town on alert.
2 more town on alert recommendations. So now we're up to 3.
There we go. Look at that. That's beautiful, Mike.
Trying to get you guys back on course.
Good luck.
Lost the plot.
Mike heard 19 minutes of Amin stalking Tom Crean's daughter
I'm not
and thought,
stalking
I know how to fix this. I'll make Ruth my background.
Ruth walking through an acid lake. More on that in a moment.
Oh, can't wait.
I get so mad. Every time they start flirting with the idea of putting the town on notice, I put in all caps, alert the town, you son of a bitch. Whole movie. Just do it.
They're going to camp out with jargon, seismometers, tilt meters, measure and monitor every hiccup the mountain makes. We'll be bouncing freaking laser beams off it to track any changes in size.
Magma.
We'll be analyzing gas emissions. Hell, we even got a little robot that's going to take a stroll up there and take the darn thing's temperature.
I agree with Dr. Paul. It's a little premature to put the town on alert. I feel like Chevy Chase did dirty work. Even I know what this movie is about, and yet he's making some very compelling arguments that this is way too premature to say put the town on alert.
They're great arguments, but they're not an argument to save people, which I think is their job. He's bought and paid for by big real estate.
Blair Industries.
No, Mammoth Mountain got destroyed because they put the town on alert. He cares.
What does that even mean, though? Got destroyed.
So he's carrying his own trauma that he should be ignoring for science. He should be trusting his top dog.
But he's using science.
Believe me, I'm not trying to make light of your concerns, but I want you to understand that if the time comes to call for an alert.
By the way, that's number 5.
If the time comes, it will be based upon scientific evidence and not upon anyone's opinion.
Yes!
Every time Amin talks for more than 30 words, Mike puts up a new background. That's the mayor's office, right?
Oh, it's her place of business.
The entire council turns on Linda, says the meeting never should have been called. Pierce is very angry and disappointed with Paul, takes him outside.
You're making a big mistake, Paul. This is an unstable system, and this town should be on alert.
That's 6.
You need a vacation. I'll see you in 2 weeks.
Dog, you called him off his vacation.
Yes.
It's a very important vacation of push.
He was doing angry push-ups alone in his dirty apartment.
This dude was dry humping the air while listening to the news.
We're only here because you called him in.
All caps in my notes. Put the fucking town on alert, please.
Put this town on alert.
It's letting them know, hey, we may. It's like a tropical storm watch.
It's 7,400 people. Get him out of there.
And guess what? At least half of them are going to be like Ruth and be like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, scientists.
Exactly.
They're anti-science.
That's my point. This whole movie is anti-science. It's a vehicle to doubt science because Dr. Paul wants to use science.
And then guess what? Science is right.
Science is wrong.
Science is a liar sometimes.
Oh, boy.
Let's zoom up the mountain, down to the water below. And there's a weird bubbling happening.
It's another ridiculous pan, endless pan. It doesn't make sense. It's a problem with shooting with paintings.
Pierce is packing his shit up. Paul is taking the crew out for drinks.
What is Pierce's shit? Because it's like 24 denim shirts and a half dozen khaki pants.
So much denim. He's got more denim than a goddamn Levi's store.
I can't tell if his shirt is made from pants or his pants are made from his shirt.
Oh my God.
He does not wear denim in the entire movie. He never wears denim.
This shirt is denim.
They're actually giveaway shirts that have the U.S. Geological Survey on the back that he's going to pass out to the town at the Pioneer Festival.
His hotel room is in prime position, though.
That hotel room is fantastic.
You want to talk about the car being a pussy magnet, like that room.
They're going out for drinks. Pierce is already at the bar.
Dr. Paul says, let's drink. And I'm starting to like Dr. Paul more and more.
Oh,
definitely Irish. If there was any doubt.
Paul Dreyfus.
He asked for a whiskey.
Yep.
No ice, just whiskey.
Whiskey. This town's in trouble. I'm the best man you got.
Is this TGT from Pierce?
I don't think it's TGT. I think it's TNT, Nerd Talk.
Tough nerd talk? Okay.
You are the best man I've got. But until you can get in your head that there are politics involved in a situation like this, delicate politics, not to mention economics, you're only going to do these people more harm than good.
And then we get more jargon from Dr. Paul. And I was like, well, he's making a lot of fucking strong points for science here.
Paul's going to hire a helicopter, take cost spec readings for sulfur dioxide. Paul re-exerts his authority. Everything runs through him.
Now, Zach, this bar has 7,500 people driving past every single day. It's a working class town, but also rated one of the best towns in America to live, under 20,000. What we need is a drink program that speaks to these people, that really brings that big city feel to small town USA.
Pierce pulls his Silverado up to Mayor Linda's coffee shop. It's the Pacific Northwest in the 90s. Have you heard of coffee?
Coffee?
Yeah, please.
Cappuccino? Espresso? Cafe latte?
Can I just have a regular coffee?
This is the explosion of all these different types of coffee. And he's like, I'm just a red-blooded, I don't know what kind of...
I'm just a red-blooded volcanoman.
Yeah.
Pierce decided to stay and get himself into trouble. What's good here? Everything's good here. She pours coffee on his hand and burns him. Ha ha! They banter about screwing up her re-election chances.
Clumsy broad.
She is about as good of a barista as she is a mayor.
So excellent. So second best under 20,000.
She pours coffee on his hand.
Well, she's not used to pouring regular coffee. She makes macchiatos.
Cappuccino. latte.
There is not a single person in that town that can spell macchiato. I don't believe she's ordering them and pouring them.
I've always been better at figuring out volcanoes than people in politics. That's a great line.
What?
That's him flirting back now.
It's a great line?
It's a great line.
Okay.
Lets you know his character. He's a volcano man.
Just wanted to apologize. He just wanted to help. You like eggplant parmesan?
For breakfast?
For dinner.
Brother?
I'm inviting you over for dinner. I have a vagina.
To say thank you.
Town on alert.
Thanking me for what?
Put this town on alert.
Thank you for saving my son's life and for caring. I said caring. That's the standard.
I said volcano formula?
It's a double Cobra formula. It's volcano formula.
Oh my God.
He has two dumbass questions because he's completely clueless.
Imagine that being the standard. Caring.
Single mom.
But then somehow he lands the plane with, it's a date.
Because he realized, oh, I'm going to have sex. You know, she didn't offer up chicken parmesan. She offered up eggplant.
Oh.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.